So erectile dysfunction, right? Just gives you chills just thinking about it. Well, it's probably the toughest topic for a guy to talk about with a healthcare professional, a friend, or virtually anybody. It's just so much easier to come up with an excuse about losing your mojo or having a lot of stress at work than it is to talk to a healthcare professional about what the problem might be and if there's a treatment to help you out. Well, that's where today's video sponsor, Roman, comes in. With Roman, it's easy to talk about it with a healthcare professional who can prescribe real medication. It's simple, it's safe, and totally discreet. You can get a free online evaluation and ongoing care for ED, all from the comfort and privacy of your home. The healthcare professional will work with you to find the best treatment plan. If medication is appropriate, Roman will ship it to you with free 2-day shipping. The whole process is straightforward, simple, and discreet. Getting started is simple. Just go to GetRoman.com/SSR and complete an online visit. Erectile dysfunction used to be tough to tackle, but now there's Roman. Complete an online visit today to connect with a healthcare professional and get it taken care of. So go to GetRoman.com/SSR. If approved, you'll save $15 off your first order. That's GetRoman.com/SSR. There's a link right below in the description. GetRoman.com/SSR. All right, Crocco's collision. That can only mean one thing. My AMG got whacked. I was up at my house today, so I didn't get the initial oops, but I've got some photos. Let me show you. Let me see where the bumper is. But here's where the damage mainly is. We do this so we can get this thing back up and running as quick as possible. But you see down here, this is smashed up. Now this is similar to the Ferrari. This thing is just a sleeve, and this thing is just going to pop right out. I'm not concerned about this damage. I gotta see what suspension damage there is. I don't know how do you get a chunk missing out of that, right? The chunk down there. But this was leaking. Whoop, that's why that was up there, huh? Yes, it was. Just coolant. There was a cooler here that got smashed up a little bit. This got whacked up. This here is a little fakaked. Headlight, oh, here it is right here. And you can see it's smashed up. The headlight, the fender liner, nothing major, but I mean, you can see there's a good little cluster of stuff in there. So what happened? Well, this was another Philadelphia rental and another drunk driver, like my Lamborghini that got totaled down there. This one got hit by a drunk driver at a light. So my customer was at a light, and then a pickup truck with some inebriated, or you know what, allegedly inebriated people backed into the car. And when they backed into the car, they fudged it up. Now, not really the end of the world. This car was actually going to get sold in about 2 months, and it's unfortunate because clean Carfax, clean everything. So it sucks when you now have an accident on the car, but I'll have to go after the insurance company for the diminished value. But that's the only damage this car has had, is this up here. And again, it's not too bad. You're talking, this is probably going to be repaired. That's going to be replaced. This will be replaced. This will be replaced, and the headlight will be replaced. I don't even know where to start with the AMG headlight. Like the AMG GT, remember, this is still like $130,000, $140,000 car, or was. So the parts price, I don't know. I have a feeling this headlight may surprise me and be $1,200, but it could also be $8,000. So we'll find out pretty soon on that. Luckily, the rest doesn't look too bad. Where's the bumper? Let me find the front bumper. Is it on the rack of bumpers here? We'll show you my... Oh, there it is. All right, here you can see trailer hitch came in. That's sideways. There you go. We're not going to do that game. Not entirely terrible. There's a lot going on in this bumper, which adds a lot to the labor aspect of it, because you literally have to switch over everything to the new bumper. You got to switch over all these. Everything comes out. These are rivets. They got to get punched out. These things got to be replaced. Hopefully the bumper is going to come complete, but I know it will not. Oh, there's a chunk missing even. I don't even see it lying around. Good, how are you? Good. We got this here. So, shy of terrible timing. Like if this happened in November, not a big deal. It just happened to happen when I'm A, getting ready to sell that car, and B, I needed that car. I had one of my customers who's also a fan messaged me on Instagram saying, super excited for the AMG this weekend, and I was like, don't be, because I just don't think it's going to be ready. And then I got to drop the news, but that was last night before I could even come over here and take a look at it. I'm looking for my Z06. I don't know where it is. It should be here. Z06 was also fixed. This is my Range Rover, which obviously has been sitting around because the tire's been sitting there. This was my first Range Rover that I got, where I hacked the TV to play movies and everything like that. And I sold it to John from Crocco's Collision years ago. Wow, I can't tell you how many. This thing's still nice. And I'm not gonna lie, this thing did me pretty good. I enjoyed this truck. I think this truck sold me on Range Rovers, no 6. And I had this for many years. It started getting a little less reliable after about 150,000 miles, but I put quite the amount of driving on this thing with very few problems. Sold it to John. He used it down in Salt Life, down at his place in Florida for a while. Now brought it back up here, and I think he's trying to sell it. So if you want Rob Ferretti's old Range Rover, can't be worth much anymore. John, what's that Range Rover worth now? How much you want for it? $5 grand. So if you want a Range Rover for $5 grand that I probably farted in at some point in time, drop me a message and you can have it. It's in Hackensack, New Jersey. This car, the only thing that I would have been concerned about is the hood, which looks good. So I mean, it's not flush, but looks pretty good to me. So we'll see how long this is going to take to turn around. It's really going to depend on parts. It sucks, and I hate when it happens, but it does happen. This is more of a common thing that we have. I know the other ones are more impactful, literally, that, oh my God, the Z06 got crashed, or the Lambo got crashed. This is more common, where you got cars out there in the wild, and things happen. And this one wasn't even the customer's fault. Somebody backed into him while he was stopped at a light. And that is one of those things. That's why the other person hopefully has insurance. But if it's like the Lambo that got crashed in Philadelphia, that was a drunk person in Pennsylvania. And Pennsylvania has these like silly, like minimum minimum insurance requirements. Guy had $5,000 worth of insurance. What does that even cost? Like, why would you even tell somebody, why bother having insurance for $5 grand? Why don't you just say, like, you could be on the hook for $5 grand? So this, hopefully, that the drunk driver in Philadelphia this time had better insurance. Fingers crossed. We'll see what happens, but I want to get this thing back up and running as soon as possible, which is why I said take pictures, tear it down, and we'll get this thing. I mean, I don't think it's going to be ready for this weekend, unfortunately, unless we can get this frame piece. That could be fixed. If we can get the frame piece and then the new bumper in quickly, we stand a shot, but I'm not entirely hopeful. I'm looking probably Tuesday of next week. I'm really curious where the Z06 is, but I would have showed you that. The Z06 is done, and he said I can come pick it up, but maybe it's at the alignment shop or something. So, thank you for watching. Rob Ferretti, there's your oops, somebody crashed my car video for today. It's just that rental life. There's been a lot of like rental car crashes. Somebody showed me a Lambo in like Wappinger Falls. I don't know who's renting Gallardo Spiders anymore, but it was a rental car that I guess the guy was being chased by the cops, crashed the car, then bailed out, ran on foot, got caught. There's another one, like a green Lambo in New York City, crashed through a wall or something. All rental cars for companies I've never heard of. I don't even know they exist, but it does happen. There's another Ferrari caught fire upstate on one of these rallies. That was a rental car. So don't think it just happens to me. Just know that I'm the only one that shares it with you. So thank you for watching. Rob Ferretti. I will catch you next time, and hopefully this thing will be done. I'm off to LA, so I'm going to be at Matt Farah's grand opening on Friday of his collector car garage, and I'll try to keep an upload schedule while I do that, getting out there, and we'll also be revealing the content plan for the fall, and you're gonna like it because it's getting awesome. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. So you guys are familiar with my other company, Adventure Drives, right? Well, we're going to be going to Scotland in October. We're going to be doing Scotch distilleries, playing golf at St. Andrews if you want to do that, walking around, seeing lakes, waterfalls, driving the North Coast. It's going to be an amazing trip. Prices start as low as $2,500 per person for the shorter trip in Scotland. If you're interested in going, check out the link in the description.